Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today we're going to compare some Saint-Gaudens and their grading. Specifically, I've got 4 different Saint-Gaudens here, and a 62, 2 graded 63, and then an MS64. And we're going to try to get a good look at these and just take a look at what you want to see when you're looking at different graded coins here. So first of all, this Mint State 62 1911, one of the things when we look at it closer is you're going to see on this coin a lot of just like scuffiness and chatter all over the field. I mean, that coin looks like it's kind of been through the ringer, so to speak. It has a lot of marks to it all over the field. Let me just adjust this a little bit here. We'll look at the reverse. A lot of the same thing on the reverse. You see all those marks above the eagle's head and a lot of contact marks up in the open areas there. And generally the entire coin has kind of a scuffy look to it. Like even the eagle has like all these real fine small marks. And so generally when you talk about a coin being Mint State 62, the overall appearance generally should be less than pleasing to the naked eye. Right? Without a loop on it, you should be able to look at the coin and just say, you know what, this is really very scuffy. And that's what you see with this coin. The next coin over here, this 23 in MS63, is actually pretty comparable. It has a little bit of scuffiness to the Lady Liberty. In the field, you'll see lots and lots and lots of little marks up in there. Just maybe a little bit nicer eye appeal than the 62. Let's take a look at the back here. And you'll see a lot of contact marks through and throughout. The sun, you see all those marks across the sun, then the sun rays, lots and lots of contact marks throughout. So a 63 should be a nice uncirculated coin, an average uncirculated coin. You know, these coins get a lot of contact marks on them because they're big, they're heavy, they were shipped in bags together, or even if they were put into rolls first, they really clanked, they're real heavy. Next, I want to look at this MS64. So this coin should be, at a minimum, marginally nicer. One of the things you'll notice right away on this is this has that really lovely orange tone to it. One of the things that I really like about gold is sometimes it gets kind of an orange tone. This has that look to it. And you see when you look at those open fields there are a lot fewer contact marks. You still have a lot of them kind of scattered across. But there aren't those distracting marks that are really big and scuffy. They're smaller marks. So you can have marks on there, but you just want them to be not as noticeable. And then the overall eye appeal of the coin should be pretty pleasing for a Mint State 64. You know, it's got a kind of a big gouge right behind the eagle's head there. Other than that, now look at the sun. You see how much cleaner that sun is? That's a nice big open field that gets marred pretty quick. The eagle's wings, it's hard to find the contact marks because there's so many different lines in there, which is really one of the things that it matters not how many contact marks all of the time, but sometimes where they are. This coin also has, sometimes they call it the orange peel effect with the color, but also almost the same way you see like a matte finish on a penny, the way that that field has kind of a granular finish to it. Now I'm going to compare that to this 1907. These two are the same date, and this one has a different look to it. It doesn't have quite that orange look to it, but still a real nice coin overall. And one of the things is as you turn the coin, you can see the luster move around the coin. And as the luster moves around the coin, what your eye wants to look for is those contact marks. You know, that's where your eye is drawn. You know, as you turn it and you see the change in the shades and the color, that's when you can pick up the contact marks. Because sometimes if you just look at a coin flat, you can't see the marks. And then all of a sudden you get the light at a certain angle. And so sometimes when you see a dealer turning a coin, they're really looking not just at the luster or for the luster, they're also looking at, they're looking for the contact marks. And so as we compare these two coins, first of all, I'll say that the reverse I think is definitely nicer on this NGC coin. And also the obverse I think is actually even nicer myself. I think that between the two coins you can pick up a lot of contact marks just by turning it. A lot of these little contact marks on Lady Liberty there on the dress, and then to the right of the field, right of the olive branches, and then on this one, as you turn it, those contact marks just don't really pop up. And we'll take a closer look here. And so what's interesting, there's not really a big price difference between mint state 63 and 64. So, this one into 64, you'd have to have it jump all the way to a 65 to get it recertified and make it worth your time. But overall, this coin is really nice. I do like it. I wish it were in the 64 holder. I think it'd be more accurate. But overall, that's not the point. The point is look at how clean the eagle is. Even those feathers, you don't see all those contact marks that you saw on the other coin. So there's a closer look at some of the grading, and then also just one more comment on these coins. 1907 is one of the most common years you'll see. They were no motto, whereas the later coins had the motto. So if you look above the sun, you get the motto, "In God We Trust." And then these first coins, the earlier ones, the 1907s, there is no motto. So that is the difference when you see the motto and no motto version. Also, this 1911 is actually a scarcer date with only 123,000 or something like that made. But it doesn't, 197,000. It doesn't tend to trade at real high levels unless you get the higher grades on them, which I'm fascinated by. But sometimes you had entire hordes of them. Those 1907 coins, which are really very popular, they seem like they're all over the place. They only made 361,000 of those, and yet you see those all the time in the marketplace. Probably because first year of issue, it was probably hoarded compared to some of the other coins. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.